Hi guys, welcome to Metal Rock Zone. It's Friday and there is new music out. So what we're here to do today is to talk about the latest album by Behemoth. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly because I've heard people say Behemoth and I also heard people say Behemoth. It's the 12th album called Opus Contra Naturam and it's written differently. So it's actually, if you want to try and pronounce it in Latin, then I guess it would sound differently. But it kind of that means music against the natural tendency of religion or something, a music that goes against the natural tradition and tendency of religion in a way. And I think it's a fitting name for this band. I guess everybody that follows this band knows that they have had issues with the Polish Catholic Church, an extremely conservative church, a very religious country, and these guys are still fighting them in court. So I want to talk about the album, if it's good, if it's better than the previous albums, if you should listen to it, etc. Give it my rating and review. And also I want to talk about a little piece that I found that Nergal, the frontman, Adam Nergal, the frontman, singer and guitarist from Behemoth, said in an interview where he was telling bands to not start a black metal band. And I think actually I'll come to that at the end, that it's an interesting point that he makes, and I'll talk about that at the end because I disagree with that. But um, anyway, so it's the 12th album. The last one came out in 2018. It was called "I Loved You at Your Darkest," I think it was called. And this one is just 10 songs, 43 minutes. So it's kind of quick. It doesn't feel very long and doesn't get boring. For those of you who don't know um, this band, then it's very kind of grand, atmospheric, almost cinematic, black and death metal. And I think in some cases it would fit very well into a scene of a movie, like I don't know, like a horror movie or a very dramatic scene from some film. Um, and I feel that has only grown with the band. I've seen them live. That was actually the first time I heard them was in a concert. It's weird, but and I didn't really like it. Now that I've been listening to them more and I've been listening on my headphones and good speakers, I actually learned to appreciate their music much better than I did before. When I saw them live, I felt it was too mechanical, it kind of too much happening at the same time, and I couldn't really. I'm an old school guy, like I like the Beatles, like, and I like Guns N' Roses. I like when I hear the instruments and I know actually which instrument is being played. And but I kind of realized when I started listening to them, not in a concert, and I don't know, maybe in that gig there was a bad sound in the building and stuff like that. So I couldn't. I'm happy that I started listening to them. Let's say that. And so uh, this band has kind of developed a lot. I mean, they shifted more into this black and death metal when they came out with the album Demigod, and then they kind of moved onwards to the album Satanist that came in 2014, and then to the last album I Loved You at Your Darkest, and that actually, it's kind of silly to say it, but it made them a little bit more mainstream somehow. They appealed to a broader audience and opened up, I think, the genre to a bigger audience. And you can see that, like right now they're one of the biggest bands in this type of music, and they're headlining on festivals that I don't think that 15, 20 years ago a band like that would ever been allowed to headline. But I think it's thanks to how sophisticated they have made this music and how they've developed it. And and it also has helped that the frontman Adam Nergal, he's very vocal, he's very visible on social media. He's running and doing yoga, and then he's calling people out, and he's having hot takes. He's fighting with the church and stuff like that. And all of this, of course, draws a lot of attention to this band. So there is never really a dull moment around them. And so I think, yeah, overall, I mean, this is one of the big players in the industry. These two latest albums, especially the Satanist, I think is kind of considered as like a landmark album. So I think there was a lot of anticipation for this record, the first one in 4 years, and I feel like I ran it through a few times, and I listened to the singles quite a lot before this album came out, and I feel that with this album they kind of they deliver what is expected somehow. It has a great sound, great energy, um, a lot of cool choruses, and very kind of, like I said, dramatic, cinematic things that kind of can suck you in. And I think that they have a lot more energy, or let's say that they can deliver the energy better than a lot of other bands in the genre. Like they somehow managed to put it on the album somehow. And because often I feel with black metal and death metal that okay, the music is cool, but the sound isn't great or isn't epic enough somehow. And this band is epic and delivers the energy. And it kind of starts off with a blast. I mean, there's an intro song, and then the second song is like 2 minutes, and it's really, really, really in your face. And but then it kind of, yeah, continues after that, but it slows down, like, I don't know, song 6 or something like that. And but it, yeah, and up until that moment, it kind of delivers a killer energy somehow. And there are some really good songs. Like I said, the second song, this after the intro, it's called Malaria Vulgata, and that's like a blast beat, 2 minute kick-ass thing. Then there is another one called Oh My Herculean Exile, which has a super, super cool guitar solo, which I really, really liked. And I feel maybe on this album that they're bringing in a little bit more, because like in the last song also, they have clean vocals, they have a piano, and it's called Versus Christus, I think, that song, the last one. It's a 6 minute song, and it's super, super cool. I saw some people were criticizing that it doesn't deliver enough for 6 minutes, but I feel it's an epic outro somehow of this album. There's another song called Off to War that is also really, really good. Uh, but there are also, yeah, 2, 3 songs that I felt. I think there was this one called A Tale of a Pale Horse or something like that, that I kind of didn't feel that fitted. Maybe it was just in the wrong order on the album. I mean, it's maybe not as balanced as it could have been. I think it kind of starts off strong and then kind of fades a little bit away, and maybe fails a little bit to pick up again at the end, even though the last song is really good. Um, I felt that the singles kind of represent what the album stands for. So if you've been listening to the singles, then you probably will like, and if you like them, then you'll probably like the album. And then I was thinking afterwards, like, okay, so what is this? Is there something new? And I can't say that there is something new going on here. I feel that they're kind of just doing more of what they did on the previous 2 albums. I mean, obviously they always somehow polish it a little bit and add something, but it's not no groundbreaking direction here. It's you know I feel that they are kind of just continuing on a path that they went on with the Satanist, and I think that's actually good, because it's we often expect something, especially maybe bands like this that have kind of changed the game. We expect them to do it over and over again, but we have to realize that the game changing was a gradual thing. Like they didn't change the game every album. They changed the game every second or every fourth album or whatever. You know what I mean? So, and some people even get angry when a band changes direction. I mean, I got angry when Metallica changed the direction, because I was a fan of Ride the Lightning and Kill Them All. So I didn't want them to change, and they changed, and I didn't like that. But at the same time, I learned to appreciate those things later. So I think with this album, no major groundbreaking thing. What I like about it is that the sound is really clear. You can really hear the instruments. The bass is more kind of audible somehow. I can hear the bass maybe more on this album than I heard on the previous albums. I somehow felt that, or it kind of stuck more with me. And it's accessible. I think this album is a good kind of entry into the genre or into this band somehow. I don't feel that it pushes me away. On the other hand, I felt that the previous album also was like that. I think that was very accessible as well. What I like about it is that the writing and the songwriting is kind of unpredictable in a way that it kind of takes you somewhere. It's not like I don't always know where these songs are gonna go. I don't know if you get what I mean, but I somehow feel that it can go almost anywhere. Um, and Yeah, so they don't push the envelope too much, but they're still, I would say, innovative. And now if I was thinking about it, okay, if Satanist was, what could I compare this to? If Satanist was their Black Album, like Black Album from Metallica, then this is their Reload or Load, like this is their kind of follow-up to that. They have set the bar quite high, so I think a lot of people that like the earlier stuff might be a little bit disappointed with this, but on the other hand, I think that people that came late to their game will like it very much. And so I am gonna give this album an 8. I think it's a fair judgment. I could see people give it less, but I also could see other people give it more. And I've seen some of the written reviews around have been ranging from 7 to 10 actually. I don't think it's a 10. I don't think it's a 9. But I think I'm judging that on their previous two albums, kind of. It's kind of just more of the same. If Satanist was 9.5 and the last one was maybe 9, then yeah, this one has kind of. If this would have been Satanist, maybe it would be higher. You get what I mean? But which I don't think that this is bad from a guy that does yoga on Instagram. If you consider that it's the band has been around for 31 years and they're still delivering original stuff. I mean, obviously, Adam Nergal is not alone in this band. He's got other guys with him. He's got excellent. The drummer is amazing, and the bassist and the guitarist are also really really good. There is a lot of choruses and stuff where they have female voices, and it's just really really. As I said, it could easily fit into a movie, into some crazy scene in a dark castle somewhere where something horrible is about to happen or everyone is scared or something like that. I'm gonna go and see them soon. They're actually coming to Prague. I think either this month or next. I think next month. So I will see them there. I bought I bought the tickets because of Carcass, because Carcass is opening up. But now that I've listened a lot to them lately, I'm kind of looking more forward to them than I thought I would be. And I think, yeah, it would be interesting to hear what you think about this band, what you think about this album, and what it means to you. So please leave a comment and like this video and all that stuff. Overall, good gateway into the genre, great production, strong songs, and no flatness here. There is always something going on. Now, back to that statement that I read by Adam Nergal, where he was saying to people, don't go and start a black metal band. He did that, but he kind of grabbed it by the horns and made it his. He created a niche. He developed that concept to create something very unique, because I don't think that there's a band around that is similar to Behemoth. I don't think that there is any other band that is delivering the same type of show, the same energy, the same kind of dramatic music. And I think for me, his band is actually a proof that yes, you should go and do black metal, but do it your way, develop it, start somewhere, and then move on, add something, change it. So I disagree with him. I think everyone should, or not everyone, a lot of people should start black metal bands and then develop the music, because that keeps the dynamic, and that keeps pushing us to get new music and hearing something new. I think that's it, guys. I just want to share with you. I just got some really cool albums here that I went to the vinyl pusher and I got some old Accept Russian Roulette. I'll start on the soft side, and then I got Icelandic band Solstafir here called Legendary Album. You should check this band out for sure. We actually have an interview with their singer here on our channel. Got the new Megadeth album, which I did a review of the other day, and you can check out on the channel, The Sick, The Dying, and The Dead. The first time that I get the title right. And then here, a classic black metal album, Immortal, Sons of Northern Darkness. Amazing album. I saw Opvs play on Brutal Assault, which we have a review on here somewhere on the channel as well, Brutal Assault Festival Experience. So thanks for watching, guys. Drop me a comment if you have anything, follow and like, all that stuff. Have a great time and enjoy this album. See you.